And we are back. Welcome, beautiful beings. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual Olive Mind community, learning as we grow along our ascension journey. This is going to be part 2 to my telective. I feel like I was going to say telepathy. This was intended to be I can't right now. I tried to record this second part so many times. Part 2 to what was going to be a timeless collective guidance message that turned into a twin flame reading. The first part was over an hour long. It's uploading at the time that I'm recording this right now. And let that speak for itself. My messages are usually not that long. So my phone, like I said, it cut out because of how long the message was, but there is still more here. And these were 2 more guidance messages left. And I feel that this was specifically for the masculine energy. So let's go ahead and finish with the last 2 messages on what they were. I always find that when a message gets cut off, it's because there was something in there that was really important for you to get. I find that things like that, like delays and technical issues and things like that, will typically get in the way of preventing a message that is really important. So there might be something in here that is important for you. And I'll be sure to put part 1 in the description for you so you can go back and watch it if you find part 2 and it resonates with you. So we have, like I said, 2 cards left from the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine that came through. And the first one that we're going to clarify here is the Say a Prayer of Thanks. And I'm moving a little bit speedy because, like I said, I lost storage and the first part is still uploading. I did my best to clear some space, but I also like to stay with the energy while it's still fresh. So I want to get this message out before I run out of more space. So here we go. Say a Prayer of Thanks is on page 60. And I feel like that's really significant because in the first part, I went over some things that came through in the beginning, getting ready for the reading. And I mentioned that 39 was going to be really significant. And page 60 is also significant because this gives me 369. So there is a key that's been given. I'm thinking about this key. We talked about this key that is like a magical wand that you're going to be given, that you are going to use to journey through your healing journey. And then you're going to use that wand as a further resource. You are going to turn that wand into a torch. And then that torch being your light that guides your way back through the darkness anytime that you might find yourself there. And the torch that is your inner fire, your passion, your drive. I just heard your love. You are love. Oh my goodness. Okay, the first part of the message was also super, super insane. The energy was madness and the things that I was channeling were madness. So let's go ahead and get back with it. So say a prayer of thanks. To be in a state of gratitude is to be one with all of creation. Be grateful for your life, grandchild. When you feel gratitude, you see more beauty in your world because more beauty reveals itself to you. Your ancestors knew this trick. They practiced gratitude in their daily earth walk and gave thanks to the sacred mother, their source of life. This habitual offering of thanks developed their spiritual body, bringing them closer to the Creator. The patchwork grandmothers encourage you to develop a ritual of gratitude as well. Remember your sacred lineage. So much good can come from when you call it forth. Give thanks. Only the good planted in your heart can attract more good to you. This is sacred law. A simple prayer of thanks is a profound tool. Oh my gosh, we just talked about that. For a good life, use it. And when I said the good planted in your heart, I almost said planet in your heart. And it's like some of you hold the planet so close to your heart. You hold so much love and respect to earth and everything and all life that dwells on it. I just heard everything everywhere all at once, and I've heard that before. I think it's like a movie that came out, but I don't even know what it's about. I'm about to lose my page here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't hurt my feather. Okay. So the next message we have there, I just want to move on. Like I said, I don't want to run out of space. There was so much coming through with the first part. Like I said, it was like an hour long. But I'm going to go ahead with that last message. We'll see what else comes through. Hopefully I don't run out of time here before getting this last bit out. But like I said, there's still a lot of information coming through with each of these cards. And so if this is resonating with you, you can reach out, get a personal, and we can get details specific to your journey, as this is collective. And the messages that have come through have proven to me that there are many different collectives that I'm connecting with in this message. A lot of different messages coming through. So the last message is on page 35. And the message is go ahead and fart. And let's get the guidebook on this. We talked about it a little bit in part 1. And I feel like there's a lot of sense of release with this card. We talked about the significance about the colors on this card. And the smoke signals that are being sent up, the duality, the infinity symbol. We talked about Tuck Everlasting with this card. There was so much coming through. But let's get the information from the guidebook on this as well, because again, there are more messages when we go over this, more connections that it will make for you in your journey. And this is on page 35 for those of you into numerology. So we know, grandchild, this natural musical occurrence makes you giggle. Good, laugh away. We see your discomfort. Now reframe the way you look at your physical body and its functions. In the realm of the sacred feminine, every part of you is sacred. You are made up of the 4 elements. I just want to pause for a second because a couple of things. In part 1, we did talk about the significance about the number 4 in a number of different regards. So again, many different messages to come through. About the tools and the resources that are going to be given to you, right? As well as some gifts and abilities that are being awoken within you. Spoiler alert, we're talking about light language. And then there was also something that I wanted to say real quick about the discomfort. And, a gassy bowel, right? We'll get there in a moment. But in the first part as well, we were talking about how I was making connections to the solar plexus in this message. In the first part of the message, I was having major solar plexus activations. You maybe even heard my stomach making odd noises throughout the reading. So there's a lot going on there, maybe healing within the solar plexus. But we also talked about those tools and resources, your connection to the sun and the moon. We talked about the representation of the sun and the moon happening in the reading. So there was, like I said, so much happening. And so let's get back in the message here. In the realm of the sacred feminine, every part of you is sacred. You are made up of the 4 elements. Remember to honor the great element of air. You were made perfectly by the Creator. The way your body expresses itself is also perfect. Your mind has convinced you that farting is shameful because the collective mind has chosen to believe it. You are not shameful in any way. Do not be ashamed of your body's release mechanisms. A gassy bowel can signal valuable information. Maybe the food you have been eating is not right for you, or you are digesting a new idea very well. Ooh. That Ace of Wands, I feel that. Your physical body is a treasure trove of wisdom. Listen to it and make a sound. So again, there's so many messages that want to come through with each of these messages, but I also feel that for those of you watching, you hear what you need to hear when you listen to those messages. And so I'll be sure to link part 1, like I said, in the description for you so that you can find it. And like I said, I'm always here for you if you want more specific information for your journey. And I do hope that this finds who it was meant for and that it helps. You can like and comment. Let me know if any of the wild synchronicities in this part or part 1 resonated with you. And be sure to subscribe, be notified when I post next. And I'll see you in my next reading.